Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on the test account, which means we get our brand new Lightbearer because the patch is up. Now there was also a hot fix. So looking right here, there was a hot fix with Eugene the Fool of Chaos in the Abyssal Expedition where it wasn't working properly, so they did fix that. So if there was any testing on the test server with the Abyssal Expedition, they went ahead and fixed that so it wasn't really broken. And of course, that means he's going to be doing a lot less damage. So let's hop in here. Let's look at our new Lightbearer and see what he is all about. Now, we had a lot of questions when it came to Raoul, the rogue detective. Funny that like the build out, the design, that visually the hero doesn't look like he belongs in AFK Arena. Kind of what we've seen with Walker and Rigby. They almost look like they're from somewhere else. He's kind of a very well dressed ranger detective, which is a debuffer, and he's an intelligence hero. So again, it kind of makes for a weird combination. Let's run through his skills and abilities, see what he looks like in the arena of trials. So looking here, and again, we'll get this. So 10% of accuracy is converted into magical efficiency. 100% of physical pierce becomes magic pierce. See, now even that, I don't really know how exactly that's going to work. I can see like collections with some of the physical pierce if you're stacking physical pierce on there, but I don't know why you just wouldn't get magical pierce. Raoul calls in a newsboy that shoots an enemy, dealing 360% of attack damage, ignoring defense, stunning the enemy. So that might help his damage a little bit. The newsboy dashes to the center of the battlefield, distributing newspapers that restore 250 energies to all allied heroes. So when you think of Rowan in the one potion he gets, this is going to be, and even down here, 350 energy to all allied heroes. That might make him an absolute requirement to have because of this energy regeneration factor. When you start putting haste behind there, when you start getting him to ult much faster, you can get energy, of course, a lot faster because of his ultimate ability. The newspaper also distributes the attack rating Raoul stole through intel extortion to all allied heroes. So now his ultimate ability, as much as I'd like to see him as a damage dealer, so if he is stealing attack rating, giving it to all allied heroes, then he has an energy regeneration. It seems like he might be a must. Even though I don't like the design, it seems like he could be an absolute must. So intel extortion. Now this is the ability that is linked through here. So camera follows Raoul, snapping photos every 8 seconds, dealing damage to nearby enemies, pinpointing the weakness. Each enemy can have one pinpointed weakness. Okay, so we know that. The active Raoul blackmails all enemies with pinpoint weakness, stealing 15% of the attack rating and 100 energy per weakness, which they can only have one. The stolen attack rating is returned after 8 seconds, while the total stolen from each enemy not exceeding 120% of the initial attack rating. Then, of course, right here, energy stolen is at 150. Attack rating stolen per weakness is increased to 20%. So I'm almost thinking like as this scales, if you're stealing 20%, I know it is capped right there, but it seems like that is going to be a pretty big amount stolen. And then of course, this ability is going to give that back to our heroes itself. So what Raoul stole through intel extortion to allied heroes, the stolen attack rating is not returned. So right here, it shows that this is going to be returned after 8 seconds. With the ultimate ability, it doesn't seem like it's returned. So again, going to be very questionable as a buffer. So low blow, he loads 3 special vials, which is fire, lightning, and ice. Each round dealing AoE damage with the following effects. Fire round reduces the target's defense by 30%. And again, that could be good when it comes to boss fights, possibly. Lightning round drains energy. The ice round frees the target. When loading his rounds, Raoul locks onto an enemy, starting with the nearest enemy. Subsequently, he attacks the enemy that took the most damage from previous shots. The locked target takes 30% more damage from Raoul. Then it goes to a 40% reduction, 150 for the energy range. And the lock target takes 40% more damage from Raoul. And again, that could make a big difference if it comes to single target battles where you just have a boss. But of course, looking at the 40% defense reduction, that could be pretty good in addition to giving back energy and sealing out some attack rating. Then of course, no hold bars. Swiftly closes an enemy, performs a 3-hit combo, dealing damage for 150% of the attack rating. Final move, flying kick that knocks the enemy downward Afterwards, Raul retreats, recovers 25% of his max health. For the duration of the skill, he is invincible and untargetable. Again, I really don't like this one. And then they did build in a cheat death. If he takes fatal damage, he becomes immune to it and immediately targets the attacker with no hold barred. This effect can only be triggered. So he has a cheat death in there, which again is pretty interesting. And there is the Shrewd Negotiator. Increase the damage multiplier for fire rounds to 120%. Lightning goes up. While firing ice rounds, he gets 30 insight. While loading around, he hurls around. That creates a pool of explosive liquid, which detonates in 2 seconds. Each time he fires a round, his attack rating increases by 20% for 5 seconds, stacking 3 times. So that's going to be a pretty big buff just for himself. Let's look at the furniture here. When Raul successfully controls an enemy or attempts to control a boss, camera snaps an extra photo. This can trigger once every second. And I'm wondering if the extra photo is going to give us more attack rating. In turn, when he does the ultimate ability, the attack rating is going to go back to our heroes. Each enemy can have up to 3 weaknesses pinpointed at the same time. That is going to be huge because if we have 3 pinpointed weaknesses, that is going to make a big difference right here for the amount that we are stealing from those heroes. All right, let's see how he looks in combat. And again, the design of him, kind of unique. Let's see what he looks like over here, though. Let's slow it down. All right, so there's the shooter. He has his little drone in the back. And it's kind of weird, like he comes front line, so he whistles, calls in the paperboy, which there's the paperboy. Just throws some papers and runs away. So he does have both. He is range and he will go close combat. And again, I feel like they added a lot of different things in here to really make him effective, because there's the potions. But I mean, he does ult pretty quick, and then he is also getting the energy from the paperboy. Let's see him in a team. I'm almost wondering like where we should put him. Let's give him a little bit of support. There's a tank with Naruko. Let's put Bron in here. I just kind of want to see him running a little bit more damage in here, I guess. Let's see what he can do. So he comes out and he killed Iran in like 2 seconds. I don't even think that was 2 seconds. Now, of course, there's the energy that's coming in from the paperboy. That was like literally, so 4 million damage. So 6 was there from Naruko. But I want to see that once again, because it looked like Iran hopped on him, or Oren hopped on him, and it was pretty much game over for him. All right, so let's set this team up again. You'll see, so Iran comes right over, boom, there he is. So he dodged. Yeah, I mean, he just literally burned him down in a matter of a second or two. 2 giant Nadias working on each other. Bron just slowly doing what Bron does, hanging out, going on over. Yeah, this might be pretty interesting to see. And again, I think with the buffing aspect that he possesses, that might be a game changer as well. We're going to have to see. And remember, when it comes to new heroes, guys, give it about 7 to 10 days at least. Let's see where the hero's being used. After being used on the test server, after coming up on the global server, where exactly is this hero going to be used? All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Raul, the rogue detective. And as always, thank you guys for watching.